Hi, my name is Peter Smyrniotis, and this is your Market 1 Minute. We're here today at the 2018 Cantech conference. With me today is Frank Holmes, Chairman of Hive Blockchain. Frank, thank you so much for coming today.
It's great to be with you.
Excellent. Frank, I'm going to hit the ground running. What are your thoughts on the ICO versus IPO space currently?
That's a great discussion because a lot of people think that gold has been dismantled because of Bitcoin. Not true. The original gold investors were actually the original Bitcoin buyers, and they diversified. It's more inclusive than exclusive. But the launch of all these ICOs, they've been very disruptive to microcap funding for IPOs. And last year, $3.5 billion of millennial money went into these new ICOs. That didn't go to junior mining. Or junior technology even. So I think it's important to recognize that's what's disruptive. Why is that? Takes you 2 to 3 days to open a brokerage account, takes you 5 minutes to open Coinbase account, or in Canada, Einstein. You have this capacity that millennials have Tinder, speed dating. They want speed investing. And when they come turn on buy Ethereum last quarter and it's up 300% after the correction, guess what? That's where the speculation, the money's going. But they're not investors, and they're speculators.
It's a great answer. Follow-up to that, you were a very successful money manager and you made a decision moving to Hive Blockchain. What compelled you to make that transition? Well,
I was trying to launch an ETF that was in the cryptocurrency space, but all I kept doing is hitting cul-de-sacs. From the OSC, the SEC, spending $1,000 an hour with legal bills, it was suffocating. And so then I recognized last May that there's no way because of anti-money laundering laws. They're so worried some hacker gets paid in Bitcoin and it shows up in an ETF. So that's a no drive on that one. Forget that car. So with that, Frank Juster called me and said, my young guys, they have this great idea. I don't know about it, but I believe in my young guys. So I went and I did all this homework and I said, I'm in. So I became their institutional investor. Other money came in. We seeded with about $15 million, $30 million out of the box. And it was the fastest unicorn in Canada. In less 4 weeks, it became a $1 billion company. But why was the magic of that? Genesis Mining owns 30%. They are the biggest cryptocurrency mining company in the world. They basically allow 2 million investors or people who want to mine their own coins from 200 countries use their software. It's a private company built by mathematicians. Remarkable story. So we are just mining the coins and owning them, and we produce virgin coins. No AML problem. And it's been so far a delightful experience. Ethereum quadrupled, where production is on skid. We have 11 new institutions came into it. I think in the last quarter we raised in 3 tranches, each at higher financing, less dilution, and we raised $200 million coming out of the box, which I'm so proud of has ignited Canada in the blockchain financing world. That world has been owned by Silicon Valley, and investors need $5 million, $15 million to be a player in that space. And now all of a sudden, now you can speculate in Canada. And we're seeing lots of Americans, very successful, come to Canada because it's the best place for the formation of capital to speculate on the build-out of blockchain technology. So I think it's just great for Canada, it's great for capital markets. There's so many deals here on the blockchain, and Hive has been the leader. And now GMP came out with a research report yesterday, which is an outstanding report I highly recommend. It sort of validates what we're seeing in our growth and revenue, our operating income. It's very exciting.
That is a hell of an answer. More importantly, it's a great catalyst of change in the Canadian market. Thank you for that. I guess my last question would be, for the audience at large, what is going on in 2018? What can we look forward to from Hive Blockchain?
Well, I think Hive Blockchain is just it's a land grab. So we have to go to places wherever we can to get locked up energy, cheap energy. It's usually where it's geothermal or hydro, it's not on the grid, or it's surplus energy, and build these data centers. They're going to become very significant. What we're building out in Sweden right now, right beside us is Facebook. So we see this global growth for cheap data, electricity in particular, is a very significant move. That's our game. Take it up our performance, say, if hash rates stay today, when our Bitcoin stay today, or Ethereum prices all stay relatively stable here, and we reset this every month, that we would be doing $200 million in operating income. I mean, it's remarkable, but it's very volatile, and that to us says, get the locations down pat. We're scouting Canada, we're scouting other Nordic countries, so stay tuned to this station, it's very exciting.
Frank, it's a real pleasure to have you. Thanks so much for your answers and coming in today.
Thank you.